Virgo, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance from my Virgos, please. All right, so you're showing up as the Hanged Man in reverse, Pisces energy. Your person, the Hierophant in reverse, Taurus energy. Ooh, they're viewing you as the Judgment card, so we have 3 major arcanas coming through. What you're not seeing is the Knight of Wands, and we see the 8 of Wands. All right, so all of the cards came out in reverse, so on this channel we're going to put them upright. All right, so Virgo, it does look like you have someone here that sees you two as really compatible. And I think you have some communication coming in. You may even be manifesting this. Now, this could be somebody who wants to come back around. But for a lot of you, it kind of feels like it could just be somebody who's hanging out in your energy. So somebody who's around you in some capacity. The Page of Pentacles tells me you've been looking at this in true Virgo fashion. You might have pros and cons lists written out. I say that in jest, but some of you, you'll confirm that for me in the description, in the comment section down below. But the Page of Pentacles tells me that you definitely see something very interesting here that you're thinking about investing in, this person, this connection. Now, you've been holding back, you've been looking at all the details, but I also get that you are ready for forward movement. You know, the Page of Pentacles is like, you know what, I think I have all the information that I need, so I feel like this feels good, right? This feels good. This is something my Virgos want to move forward with. The Hierophant card tells me you could be dealing with a Taurus or somebody with that earth energy. So you probably are okay moving at the same pace, being cautious, wanting to make sure. But let's see. The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Some of you have been having dreams about this person. Now, you may have been a little bit detached, or there may have been something here that was creating a little bit of conflict that you needed to look at. Okay, maybe about their interactions with other people, or, you know, trying to figure out, you know, if they're single, things like that. This person, you're viewing them as the 8 of Cups in reverse. So for a lot of my Virgos, this is someone that you're hoping to see again. So again, they're in your energy. Maybe you work with them. You see them in your neighborhood, out and about in the community. But with the 8 of Cups in reverse, you're hoping to see this person again, or you're hoping that they'll come back towards you. Again, maybe a reconciliation, but for others of you, maybe you've had a date or two. You do spend a lot of time. There is something here that still feels a little bit unclear though, but it's like my Virgos, you're like 90% sure, okay? Like you've been looking at those details, doing your homework, and you're like 90% sure. But you definitely want to see them again, or you want another shot at this. Okay, and you're viewing the relationship as the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so you might be... The Queen of Pentacles in reverse, there might be a question here about someone's finances. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is like, I'm not so sure that this is going to be like long-term connection, but it's like you're definitely interested. You want to see where it goes, but you might have a question mark here about whether or not it's, you know, it's balanced. If this is something that you should really truly invest in, or is this something that's going to drain you? Because I do see that my Virgos, you are very cautious. There's something that you really like here, but there's also something that's causing a little bit of pause, and you've kind of detached to take a look at those details, but I think you've gotten most of the information that you need. You want to see this person again. You want to talk to them again. And you want to see where this goes without overly investing until you're really sure. Now, this person with the World card, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius energy, they might come from a very different background. That can be race, religion, tradition, but it can also be a different socioeconomic background. But they do feel like there's unfinished business here between the two of you. So I get that both of you do want to see each other again, or you do want to work this out, just depending on your particular situation here. Okay, but some of my Virgos, you've worked very hard, or a lot of my Virgos, you've worked very hard for what you have, your independence, your stability, your finances. So you do want to make sure that you're not getting involved in a situation that's going to jeopardize any of that, okay? And there might be a question mark there, okay? So let's see what else my Virgos need to know here, please. Honor your ancestors. Okay, so learn how to connect to your ancestors so you may receive their guidance in your life. Okay, so some of you, maybe you're doing that, or you have, passed on loved ones around you, guiding you. But I also feel like a lot of my Virgos here, it's about taking a look at like family patterns that either, are positive and that you want to continue, or things that have been passed down to you that may need to be broken or shifted. Okay, especially when it comes to relationships or choosing partners. Okay, we see guided lessons. Your higher self is guiding you to make mistakes so you can learn important lessons here, Virgo. Okay, so that's, you've experienced some karmic lessons for sure. All right, and hidden treasure. The treasure you're looking for is hidden in the ground you're standing on. It's time to dig deeper. So I do feel like, I feel like there's more to this story. I feel like Spirit saying, Virgo, you're like 90% there. There's more to uncover. You will get there. You will get the clarity that you need. Now, I see it's actually going to be something really positive. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we see, but also don't settle, Virgo. Don't accept your current circumstances as the best you'll ever have. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to ask more questions. Don't be afraid to also not rush. Take your time and see if this person is really, really, truly compatible with you. All right. The Hierophant card tells me this person is generous. This person is grounded. Most likely they have, they're spiritual, or they rely on their faith. This person feels quite upbeat and optimistic. I feel like they're not really looking for perfection, Virgo, but they're looking for growth when it comes to relationships. Okay, which can take a lot of pressure off, right? Especially my Virgo souls, right? Who tend to be perfectionists in nature. All right, so we see Judgment card. Yeah, Aries, Scorpio energy. What powerful major arcana is coming through. I do think you're dealing with a different type of person here, Virgo. And again, that might be what's giving you pause, because I'm seeing they're very high vibrational. They want to up-level things. This is somebody who's awakened, grounded, generous. They trust their judgment, okay? They've been holding back, just probably doing the same work that you're doing, making sure that, this is in alignment, that you two share the same values, that you two want the same things, that this can be something repaired for those of you where it could be a reconciliation. And we see the Eight of Swords in reverse. Now, I'm actually reading this Eight of Swords in reverse as somebody who maybe they've been holding back, or they've been a little bit avoidant here, but that's just because they're making a really big decision. I also think, too, if they found themselves in this energy of nervousness or anxiety, this is somebody who really takes a look at that as well. Like, did something feel off for them? Where, this person is very emotional is what I'm getting, but they also don't like to make just purely emotional decisions. Like, they like to have that balance and be grounded before they make, any important decisions here. And with the Judgment card, I mean, both of you, they're seeing you match their energy, and it is a really powerful energy. Both of you coming through as the Judgment card, up-leveling, spiritually guided, just you're like next level type love. It's very rare that two Judgment cards come out in the same reading, but it's also very rare that two people who are in this level of enlightenment, maturity, come together. Okay, so this does feel really special. Okay, they're viewing you as the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This person, I think, has already made up their mind that they want to invest in you, Virgo. They see the Ten of Pentacles with you. Yeah, they see you as, being stable, secure, building something with you, getting along well with their family, integrating into their family, their social network, having a family with you. They see abundance here with you. All right, and we see the Six of Cups, and they have incredibly sweet feelings for you, soulmate type energy, and they want to see you again, or they want to reconcile. Like, you both want to see each other again. All right, and we see their energy, an energy of waiting, but they're patient. For some of you, there might be distance. With the Eight of Wands, this could be them coming to travel to see you if they're in a different city, state, or country, for example, here, Virgo. All right. I love this energy because it feels like this is like what you've been waiting for. You are definitely what they've been waiting for. And it just feels like I've got two people who are mature, that don't want to rush into things, but are also feeling all the feels here. Really into each other. All right. So we see femme fatale. So inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money, and power. So what I'm getting here is maybe some of you, this person has relied on their physical to get what they want, or their good looks. You know, love and good looks can get you pretty far, or can only get you so far. But I don't think that's the case with you, Virgo, though. I kind of feel like, yes, this person's very sexy and very attractive. Maybe they get a lot of attention because of that. But I kind of feel like this person has been attached to money and power. But what I'm seeing is that they have all of that now. And now they want somebody, they're seeing things differently, like they're spiritually enlightened. They kind of have everything they need, and they don't want anything superficial. They're coming out of that, right? Or they have the money and power that they need. Now they just want the right person to share it with. Okay, and we see dilettante. So I do see this person, they might have a lot of like interests. They might be quite social, maybe a bit of a debutante. This says dilettante, which is different, but I do get kind of like debutante-esque energy for some of you here. Or just like a bit of a socialite, or somebody who's very social. I do think a comfortable lifestyle is absolutely indicated here for the two of you. But this person delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. So again, this person, they may, at one point in time, they may have been or come off as superficial, but they're not. They're not. And sometimes they might get judged for that as well. But I think this person is way deeper, way more enlightened than you and or other people may give them credit for at first. Okay? All right, so let's see how they're viewing them. Although I do feel like my Virgos, you have not misjudged this person, but it might be like what you're working through. Like, is this person real? Are they fake? Can I trust this? All right, they see you as the child nature archetype. So they might, if you have pets, I think they love that about you, but just being grounded, nurturing, connected. Some of you love the outdoors. And the child magical archetype here, Virgo. So seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. So they love this about you. Really, really pure energy that they're picking up on from you. And seeing a side that maybe a lot of my Virgos, you don't really let other people see. So the Knight of Wands in the hidden position is telling me this person is fiery, passionate about you. Do not question whether or not they're physically attracted to you. They certainly are. I can see some of my Virgos maybe being a little bit nervous that this person has other options available to them, or they have money or they have power, but like they are so into you. And not to say that my Virgos, you're not physically attractive or you don't have money and power. Just, this person is not out of your league. So if any of you have had that thought briefly, just get it out of your mind. Okay. Knight of Wands, they're fiery, they're passionate. Again, I feel this is somebody who enjoys life fully. The Moon card, this is them being completely transparent with you, Cancer, Pisces energy, about the future, about wanting to heal things, or about wanting you to be a part of their future, Virgo. And we see the Five of Wands. This person is also going to be completely transparent about any sort of obstacles that they see, or any sort of difficulties or conflict that you've been experiencing, or you have experienced, or you might experience. Okay, and I do see that this person probably does get a lot of attention, but I'm seeing they have only eyes for you. So with the Eight of Wands, I feel like this is, a lot of focused intention here, forward movement, travel, wish fulfillment. Originally the wands were the wands of love here. So I do see things moving forward for you. The Six of Swords, this is this person coming towards you, maybe booking a trip to see you if there's distance here. But I'm also seeing the Six of Swords. This is you moving forward together. This is peacefully moving forward. We see the Page of Swords energy in reverse. There could be some gossip around this connection. All right, and the Nine of Wands energy in reverse. The Nine of Wands in reverse is careful of burning the candle at both ends, but I'm actually reading this more so as let down your guard. Let down your guard. That there's going to be a lot of communication. There's also going to be a lot happening quickly here, Virgo. So again, just remember to move at your own pace. Your person, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, they might not be seeing the way forward just yet or taking action just yet. But I do see them coming in. I do see them coming in and clarifying. I see them coming towards you, and I feel like it's something you're not going to be seeing. I think it's also going to be something that's either quite flattering, and I know that's a kind of a, not the nicest word, but like flattering in the sense that they're going to make some sort of grand gesture to come and see you or surprise you. And I do think it's gonna really let down your guard, or it's gonna get beneath your walls and your barriers. But I kind of like this energy in the hidden position that I'm seeing, because I see them being completely transparent about their dreams, about the future, about healing, about wanting you to be a part of their future. But they're also going to be really honest about obstacles and, you know, any interference. So I think you're gonna get the truth. Like, you're not gonna be left wondering here about this person. All right, let's see what else my Virgos need to know. What else do my Virgos need to know? They're in it to win it. They're in it to score. All right, they may have been hiding something, but for some of you, they're planning like a secret trip and eye candy. Yeah, and some of you don't realize how attracted they really are to you. Okay, like some of you, and for some of you too, that eye candy is like their energy. Like some of you don't expect this person to be like as deep, as thoughtful, and as interesting as they really are, because it feels like they're really hot, right? Like they're really good looking, and you might just be like, yeah, well, they're probably not that smart, or, you know, or maybe they're just kind of like, they're all looks, you know, or they're all brawn and no brain, or whatever it might be, right? Like it's just got that energy. But I think what they're actually hiding here is coming towards you. They're insane attraction for you. But I also think that they're also way more layered and way more committed than you might realize, Virgo. This person is physically active, all right? In the near future, they're coming towards you. We see controlling. Some of you, too, they have been holding back. They have been kind of controlling the narrative. And they may do that, right? Like they may do that because it does seem like they have a lot to offer. And and I do think they're also really good looking, but I feel like, Virgo, they're looking for something more than what other people have been able to give them. And they see that in you. But they may have been putting you through like a little bit of a test here, Virgo. And we see loyal energy. So I like this. This person is loyal. I'm not getting that they're like, you know, insanely manipulative. I think this person, like I said, they have a lot to offer. They know their worth and their value. I think you're about to find out that you two are a really good match. I think you're also about to find out much more about this person than maybe you were anticipating. And it feels positive. All right, so let's see what else we need to know about this connection. So detach with love to clearly see the truth. Some of you, that's the energy you've been in. We see this connection is passionate but not enduring. All right, just time alone or in nature will help you recharge. All right, and forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Okay, now for some of you, this is what you're trying to figure out. Is there more to this connection than just something physical? Can this endure? All right, and I do think you're about to get that information, because at the bottom of the deck, we see this relationship is moving towards sacred union. Yeah, so I think for a lot of my Virgos, I think you're about to get the answer here about whether or not you can or you will move forward with this person. I feel for a lot of you it's quite positive. Remember, they are seeing you as the 10 of Pentacles. But, I mean, ultimately the decision is going to be up to my lovely Virgos. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. What would this person like to say to my Virgos? I won't let you down. All right, my life is not as together as it seems. All right, and I want to tell you how I feel. And I do think that they're going to be open and honest here about how they really feel, even about the stuff that might not look or sound, you know, sexy or good, or make them look good. Like this person, I do feel is coming through in that real honesty. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What would they like to say to my Virgos that they may not be able to articulate? What would they like to say to my Virgos that they may not be able to articulate? How could you still love me after all I've done? So some of you, they do want forgiveness. For others of you, like I said, they're going to come in and talk to you about their past, and they may be worried that you're going to judge them for that. All right. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. So this person is coming in with accountability, and the grass wasn't greener on the other side. Now, for some of you, I mean, that might be the case. I'm not really getting like this third party energy for a lot of my Virgos. But I just kind of feel like the grass wasn't greener on the other side is like this person is realizing they don't want a life without you, Virgo. All right. So let's see what their very next actions are towards you. All right. What are their very next actions here towards my Virgos? What are their very next actions towards my Virgos? Clarity, truth, communication, authenticity. Ace of Cups, they might be worried they're going to miss this opportunity with you. They're coming in with an apology or a love offer. They have been stressing about this behind the scenes, my lovely Virgos. All right, and I think that might shock and surprise you as well, like how worried they are about losing you or missing this opportunity here with you. All right, so let's take a look at the grounded response. Advice and guidance here for my Virgos, please. Clarity comes from expression. Yeah, and you're about to get that. Some things can't be resolved internally. Understanding arrives through being known. Okay? So again, you're gonna get clarity and understanding here from this person. Don't personalize the pause. Not everything is about you and not everything requires response. Yep, so for some of you, if there's been pause or there hasn't been communication, it's more about this person, Virgo, than you. Release expectations and meet reality as it is. And allow yourself to receive. You don't need to earn basic care. But at the same time, I feel like allow yourself to receive your blessings here. Okay? And stay in self-respect, Virgo. Act in ways you don't need to justify to yourself later. All right, my lovely Virgos, I'm going to leave it here. Sending you love and light. Take care.